on this new edition of my life at Burger King. Before I lose your engagement, this is the story of when my manager tried to hit on me. So this is way back. I'm young. This is my first time ever working at Burger King. So this is literally the start of my life at Burger King. So anyways, prior to that, I put in an application. I'm really looking for a job. I put my application in. I get a call the next day for an interview. I get an interview the same day. This is back, listen, minimum wage, well, it still legally is, but at the time they were still actually paying $7.25. At that time, I got lucky and made $8.25. So this is how you know this is back. Anyways, so it's the first 2-3 weeks, I usually am working with the assistant manager. I'm thinking, okay, I'm straight, okay? I like women. He likes men, but I'm not getting canceled, okay? Don't cancel me. If that's his life, I hope he enjoys it. I hope he's happy. May he live his life happily and, kudos to him, and may all be fruitful in his life. But, that wasn't for me. But I'm oblivious to it, completely oblivious. He's hands-on with me, training me. He's giving me free meals on break and when I go home. He's letting me take hour-long breaks. I'm showing up late. He's not saying a word to me. I'm calling off, not saying anything. He makes small talk with me all the time. I noticed that every time I need help, I don't need to ask because he is around. I just thought that, mind you, I'm young. I'm naive. I'm real green to things. I'm just thinking that he's being nice. I'm new. He just wants me to make sure I'm comfortable and that I'm learning and that, I'm doing good. All of that stuff. Now, after some time, what was it? He says, hey guys, whoever has the fastest drive-through times will get, I'll take them out to wherever they want to eat and a gift card. So obviously, you know what I mean? I tell him, hey, look, I don't do drive-through. At the time, I'm in kitchen. And if you watch my other stuff, they took me off boards and put me on fryers. But I'm like, man, I want a gift card. And if wherever I want to eat, how do I support that? And he says, hey, don't worry about the drive-through contest. Just let me know where you want to go and I'll take you. Now things are getting weird. I'm like for nothing? No, just let me know. We've been talking for a while. I'm young. I don't know what's going on. So I'm just like, oh, all right, I guess, I'll get back to you. I'll think of something. I found it weird, but I didn't think nothing of it. I go home. Look at this bastard. Sorry about the bike. Listen to me. I go home. I tell my girlfriend about it, and she's like, hey, Peter, that's kind of ain't that kind of weird? I'm like, nah, he's the manager. He's just being nice. Then I start doing the math. And the math is starting to math. The math is mathing. And I'm like, damn, I think he likes me. And then, but again, I'm thinking that, but I'm like, man, I don't want to flatter myself. Or then I say something and then it wasn't even that the whole time. And he was just being cool and I make it weird. So I'm like, man, I really don't you know what? He hasn't asked for my number. He hasn't kicked it to me. He hasn't said anything that made me feel uncomfortable. Nothing. So I'm like, whatever, man. The next day I go into work, chatting, man. Oh, Peter and the manager, they talking now. They this, they that. Assistant manager there. And they're like, hey, don't, with his voice, hey, leave him alone. He likes what he likes. At that moment, I knew, man. I was like, come on, man. The next day comes, the GM comes, and I said it. Hey, man, he makes me feel uncomfortable. I thought he was just being cool and he was helping me train, but I didn't know. They tell him, I guess he threw a fit about it. He literally gets transferred 4 or 5 stores away. But, yeah, man, I guess all I could say is, male or female, if you're younger, whatever it is, I guess just be careful out there and don't ignore the red flags. And, I don't know. I guess that's all I could say.
Oh, you're leaving? Oh yeah, you told me about that. What are we training for? A new sandwich? Shakings again? All right. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I got you.